Welcome to Fabulosity For You, and my name is Angie. If this is your first time watching my channel, please click on the subscribe button, then click on the notification bell so when I upload videos, you'll be the first to know. Like this video and make a comment. This channel is about fashion, relationship advice, and lifestyle. And if this is not your first time visiting my channel, well, welcome back, my queens, and welcome to the kings out there. Welcome to all of my new subscribers, and welcome back to my subscribers that have been with me. Okay, so today is Friday, and today I normally do relationship topics, but tonight we're going to be doing celebrity gossip. Okay, but before we begin, I just want to let you guys know Angie will be doing a giveaway once I reach 1,700 subscribers, and I'll be doing another giveaway when I reach 2,000 subscribers. But in order to participate in these giveaways, you must be a subscriber. So take the time right now and click on that subscribe button. Also, click that like button and give me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you. So, go get your drink of choice, go get your snack of choice, and come back and sit with your girl Angie. Text, email, call, stick it down in the bottle, baby, and let everybody know that your girl Angie is on the line and she has some gossip for you tonight. Okay, so it's Friday and you know what time it is. It's Friday. Hey, it's Friday. Ow, it's Friday. Yes, it's Friday. Ow, it's Friday. Today is Friday. Okay, so I wanted to share with you guys that I know I had said in my video where I do the review that I was having fly fashions on Thursday. I couldn't do it because for whatever reasons, my videos have been uploading to YouTube very slow, like the next day. And so I don't know what that's about. I don't even know when you're going to get this video, but I'm going to be doing a fly fashion over the weekend. Okay, so it will still be coming out just a little bit later. Okay, so let's get right into this because I have a lot to cover and I don't want to make this video too long. So we're going to be talking about Jennifer Williams. We will be discussing Mauricio Umansky, who is the husband of Kyle Richardson. And Kyle Richardson is from the Beverly Hills Housewives. We will be discussing Cardi B and her husband Offset. And then I have Diddy news. I'm going to be giving you the updates on what's been going on with Diddy since the last time I talked about him. And so, let's get right straight into this. Okay, so Jennifer Williams is from Basketball Housewives, and she had got engaged to Christian Gold. I've discussed these two on Celebrity Gossip before, but we have some new news. So Jennifer Williams is 49 years old, and her net worth is $25 million. She was previously married to the retired football player Eric Williams. And I must say she had gotten a big settlement when she divorced him. But she has also invested in different businesses. She's a great businesswoman. And she grew up in Beverly Hills. She has always been somebody that had a silver spoon in her mouth. She went to a prestigious college. So she's educated. She's used to the finer things in life. She shared how she had a BMW when she was 16 years old, when she was in high school. And so Jennifer comes from a great background, but she never really had great choices when it came to men. She just did not know how to pick a man. Her husband, who was the pro basketball player back in the day, who's now retired, well, he used to be on the Basketball Wives franchise with her. She's one of the originals. And he would always never be home. He had been cheating on her throughout the marriage, even before they got married. And he also had threw a drink in her face, which I believe I talked about before when I mentioned her on the Celebrity Gossip. And so he was a thumbs down. So she also dated the guy from Sweetie Pie. Sweetie Pie used to be on OWN channel. And the guy she dated is in jail right now for multiple murders. And so now she's gotten engaged. Well, let's talk about Christian. So Christian is 30 years old. He has been in jail. I believe he did 3 years in jail for kidnapping somebody. Okay. And so she says that he is a businessman. She says that he is an investor and he has his own money. He contributes just as much to the household as she does. I'm sorry, I just can't believe that. Okay. And so, with that being said, they went viral on a comment that her fiance made on Basketball Wives. It aired this past Monday. And what was said was that, and then they also have a YouTube channel together. And so it was said that he said he needed a job. Let me give you the exact what he said. So he explained how he owed $250,000. He explained to her that he has to have a lump sum to pay in restitution fees, which can likely put a damper on their wedding plans. He previously faced domestic violence charge. He goes on to tell Jennifer, of course, that the situation we talked about with me and parole and still paying my restitution. It's a lot of money that I have to give to them in order to make sure I'm off. Because now he's on probation and a parole. And he's supposed to get off of that very soon. But before he can, he has to pay this restitution. And so everybody's like, wow, what is that? Jennifer has to pay money? And let me add that Jennifer was also dating this guy that scammed her out of her Range Rover. So she is a mark for men, for many men. And it's sad because she's a beautiful woman. But that's why I have my relationship segment, because a lot of women are lost when it comes to a good man. They wouldn't know a good man if a man hit them in the head. They wouldn't know about it. And that pertains to Jennifer. So Jennifer responded, Christian is on probation from a case 10 years ago that is still affecting his life. I know about the restitution since day one. However, I didn't know the number. She says, we have an extravagant wedding that is going to cost somewhere around that amount. It's just bad timing. Now, I believe this was on their, I want to say this was on their YouTube channel where he talked about he needs to get a job. And she kept saying, I saw this with my own eyes. She kept saying, you already have a job. He said, no, I need a job. And she said, but you have a job that pays. He said, I need a job and maybe I can bartend. And she was like looking real embarrassed. So what is it? Is this man a financial? Is he a financial investor? Or does he not work and need a job? It sounds like this man needs a job. That came out of his mouth. He needs a job. Even though she kept saying, you have a job, you have a company. Now, first of all, let's take a look at it. How can he have, I just don't believe he has a company. He's still on probation. He's been in jail for 3 years. He's only 30 years old. He has no education background that we know of. So who is going to trust this man to be a financial investor? Where is he getting his money from? And now, if he has all this money, it's got to be maybe from a scam or doing something illegal. So once again, when will Jennifer wake up? And she still is going to marry this man. $250,000 for somebody that's worth $25 million is a drop in the bucket. She spends that on a purse. But it's just the principle. Why does she want to marry a man that, number one, has been in jail on probation? And I don't believe he can take care of her. But that's her business. I just feel like Jennifer needs to wake up. And that's the whole point of me doing my relationship segments. To give women knowledge, no matter how old you are. Because knowledge is power. But this girl has made so many mistakes. She continues to make mistakes over and over and over with men. And then she said on Basketball Wives, I'm allergic to broke. Well, I'm sorry. I just don't believe this man is paying just about as much money as she paying, unless he's doing some type of scam. And my thing is, maybe that's her problem. You need to stop focusing on the money that this man have, and focus on somebody that's gonna love you for you, and not, oh, he got to do this, or oh, he got to have this, because all of that has ended her where. Now, she's an accomplished woman, so I'm not saying she should date a man that has nothing to offer. Of course not. But all of this, stuff that she lives a lavish life, and sometimes it's hard finding a man that has just as much as you have. But to marry a young guy that's 18 years older, almost, he's 39, she's 30. You do the math. 19 years older, and you really believe this is going to work out? And you really believe that this man love you for you and not your money? Girl, bye. Girl, why? I hate hearing stories like this. So I'm going to go ahead on to the next. Okay, so next we're going to talk about Mauricio Umaski, who is Kyle Richards' husband, estranged husband. So Mauricio Umaski is 54 years old. He's worth $100 million. Okay, so he's separated from Kyle Richards. They've been separated for 1 year. They've been married for almost 46 years, and they have children, 4 or 5 children together that they raised together. I think one of them is not his biological child, but he's raised her. And so they separated because I talked about this before, because he was a cheater. He was a womanizer. And so Kathy Hilton, who is the sister of Kyle Richards, Kathy Hilton says Kyle Richards is hanging in there after a photo of Mauricio kissing another woman surfaces on July 18th upon arriving in Greece at the airport. Kathy Hilton says, if I was in her shoes after that picture, I'd be out within 3 days. Hilton said about the advice she gave Kyle Richards. Now, my thing is, they're separated. I don't think he's going to divorce her, because he got a lot of money and there was no prenup. When she married him, he had no money. And so now he's worth $100 million. She said the man has changed. Oh, who wouldn't change? You go from being broke your wife is the breadwinner to now you are the breadwinner and you have your own show. He has his own real estate show and all of the things. Yeah, he's going to change. Most people do. So I think it was earlier this week or last week, the Hiltons were upset with Mauricio because on his show, you can find it on Netflix right now, he had been talking about really what happened, some of the things that happened in the dissolution of Cal and his marriage. Now, what came between them as well, other than he was always a cheater, and that really didn't really bother her like that. She's been married to him for a long time. But he was working for Kathy Hilton and her husband. They have a company, very successful billion-dollar company. And he had been working for them, I think, ever since he married Cal. And he brought a lot of business to their company. And from what he said was that he brought in a really lucrative client. I mean, this was like a big multi-million-dollar client he bought. And I think he wanted in return a certain amount of money, and they said no, they wasn't going to give it to him. And so he decided, well, I'm going to start my own company. And he told them that I would be leaving. And they said, do what you got to do. So when he actually did it, then they started complaining that he didn't give them enough time and that he stole some of their clients. And now he has this multi-million-dollar company. And I believe what he does, he sells real estate to the rich and famous. And they have a problem with that. And so it put Cal in the middle. She was on his side, but it really put them in the middle, and it kind of tore up. It kind of made a how can I say? It made the Hilton family upset, the children, the whole family, and they started turning against Mauricio and Cal Richardson's family. And Kathy Hilton is like, quit talking, mentioning our names on your show. But at the end of the day, it happened to him. It's his life. And so, yes, he should be able to talk about what happened. I don't think anybody thought Mauricio was going to end up being a mogul, a real estate mogul. And so he's like, I don't care. I'm going to say what I want to say when I want to say it. And so it's a beef going on right now. And so I just saw him being interviewed, and he was saying that he wasn't dating. He going to take time for himself. But honey, I saw that man I think he was in, I don't know, was it Iceland or something like that? He was Switzerland, somewhere. He was on the ski slope, honey, and he had a young snow bunny, honey. She was young, and they had champagne, and they was having a good time. And then he's in public kissing. But the bottom line is they've been separated for a year, so it's okay for him to move on. I think they made an agreement that they would probably stay married but live separate lives. And he has his daughters on his show, so they're making money. And so I'm not really mad at Mauricio. I mean, at the end of the day, he called it quits, and he's moving on. I felt sorry for Cal, because I like Cal, and it's hard when you've been married for somebody for 40-something years and then he leaves. It's always easier for a man to start anew and have relationships than it is with a woman. But I think they'll all be okay. And everybody just needs to let him move on, honey, because that's what he's doing. And she's going to see more than him kissing somebody in the media. Okay, so next we're going to go to Cardi B and Offset. So Cardi is still dealing with her husband Offset. He has other women pregnant. He has gotten other women pregnant. So this last one, his mistress he was dating. Her name is Pre, and she is an IG model. Okay, and so her name is Pre, and they have been dating. He's been having an affair with this woman, and she got pregnant the same time Cardi B got pregnant, because Cardi B is pregnant. But he offered her some chump change. He offered her $15,000 to get a divorce and sign an NDA that she won't be talking about her being pregnant and them messing around. But first of all, $15,000 is no money for somebody that's got him married to Cardi B and he had his own group. So $15,000 was nothing. So that shows that the IG model, $15,000 was a lot for her. That just shows that she was cheesy. Okay. And one of her friends, I think her name was Blue, got on Instagram and let the cat out the bag about what happened. Not only did he wire her $15,000, they said after he wired her $15,000, that he called some people, some girls, to jump on her. So to jump her. Now who do that? Who do that? Why would he do that? I guess because he thought, well, because she leaked it out to the friend that she got that he offered her this money to get this abortion. I guess she got the abortion, and so he set up and got her jumped. But the moral of this story is, I do understand when you're a celebrity, it's a lot of women that's gonna come after you, and some women come after him just because that's Cardi B's husband. I want what she got. She this big time rapper and she got this man. I want what she got. And so it could be hard when you got a lot of women throwing their bodies at you. And so they could possibly have an open relationship. And I'm thinking that's what it is. But with an open relationship, you shouldn't have it in the media. Everybody should know what's going on. You shouldn't be getting people pregnant. Okay? I mean, that's embarrassing for Cardi. They have children. The children are going to know it. And it's going to be forever in the media. And it's just disrespect. Cardi B is somebody where some of the young women really look up to Cardi B. So why are you sitting up dealing with this man? And it don't matter that he's the father of your children. Now I'm going to put on this video, everything on this video is allegedly, because I don't need her coming after me. It is allegedly. But it's all over in the news. It's, you can Google it. So I'm not saying anything that is not known. But that's why, again, I have these relationship topics, because when you know your worth, you'll make better decisions. And it don't matter that, okay, you're a celebrity, I don't know if she has an open marriage or not, but this is not the first time that he's cheated on her. So I'm just going to say perhaps she does. But I think she's a beautiful woman. And she done got so much surgery to her body. They say she got a beautiful body. She paid a lot of money for it. But then she gets pregnant. And then after the pregnancy, she probably got to start all over again and get surgery again. Number one, it's not good for your health. People are dying on the table. I don't care if you have the best doctors. And so why is she wanting to continue to have babies with a man that's getting other women pregnant and a man that's constantly cheating on her? I don't know her, but I think that she just don't know her worth. And I just wish that she would wake up and move on and take care of her own children, heal, and maybe one day find somebody that's worthy of her. She's a beautiful woman. I don't know her personally, of course, but it seemed like she got a great personality. and all this hood stuff, get women jumped on. She got to get people to jump on. She got to cuss all these women out about her husband. It's just, and now you in your 30s. That's not so cute. Okay, next we're gonna start talking about Diddy. So, Diddy news. I'm going to try to make this fast because I don't want this video to be so long, but I'm going to give you an update from the last time I talked about Diddy. Okay, so Diddy is named 77 times in Tupac Shakur murder documents after gangster Dwayne Keefe D. Davis accused him of paying $1 million for the hit. Sean Combs is not and has not been a suspect in Tupac Shakur's 1996 murder. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis is 61 years old. He's accused of orchestrating a drive-by shooting that killed Shakur in 1996 in Las Vegas. He has pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. Davis, the only person still alive who was in the vehicle from which shots were fired, and the only person ever to be charged with a crime in the case, has been held in Las Vegas jail since his arrest last September. But Clark County prosecutors this month filed an opposition to request arguing that Davis implicated Combs, 54, in Shakur's murder. Citing a 2009 interview with Las Vegas police prosecutors, alleged Davis suggested that Combs paid Eric Von Martin, $1 million for the killings. Combs, who is mentioned 77 times in nearly 180-page court documents, has never been a suspect in Shakur's killing. Law enforcement tells TMZ that he still is not considered a suspect in the case. Now, is it far-fetched that P. Diddy did try to pay for a hit on Tupac Shakur? Absolutely. Now that we really starting to see, it's starting to unfold who really Diddy is, yes, I believe it. I believe it. He's a monster. I believe it. Because they already said that he, and I talked about it in my last, I believe it was my last celebrity gossip, that he had something to do with Biggie Smalls' murder. So I do definitely believe it. These rappers are really worth more dead than alive. And he had lots to gain. With them two out the way, that's when his career started. He started getting into rapping and all of this and all of that. And so I think he would slap his mama for some money. So next, TMZ reports that Janice Combs, who is P. Diddy's mother, was rushed to the hospital Wednesday, July 10th, after she stated that she had felt extreme discomfort in her chest. Doctors insisted that keeping her for another night will ensure that the proper tests, examinations, and observations were done on her condition. So, Tisa Tells, she is a YouTuber, and she's very thorough about her information. She does a lot of investigating. And she said on her channel that he may have come clean about what is really going on in his case. And he may have told her that, hey, I'm going to go to jail. Because Diddy is facing life in prison. And so he may have just told his mother the real deal about what's really going on with his case. And so, so she could possibly have they said it was really due to stress, that all of his legal woes and his lawsuits have really stressed his mother, and that landed her in the hospital. And I mean, do you blame her? That's still her child at the end of the day. Diddy's somebody's child. And so not only that, he's like the big provider in the family. Without Diddy, they wouldn't really have nothing. You know, they wouldn't have what they have. Now they're saying that most of his money and assets are tied up in his mother's name and his son that they call King Comb. I think that might be his oldest. I don't think it's his oldest. It might be his middle son. I'm not sure on that, but I know King Comb, whoever they call King Comb, that's his son, and a lot of his money is tied up between the two of them. Now, Forbes magazine said that Diddy has lost millions and millions of dollars, even though he has not been proven or have not gone to trial. Just his name is like mud now, and everybody's been backing out. And I talked about that in one of my last celebrity gossip videos. And so the lady was saying in Forbes magazine that he's running out of money, and that's why he's having to sell his mansion that is in Florida, Miami. Okay. And he's selling it for money, but they also was saying it's so many paparazzi around his homes that he doesn't feel comfortable going to the one that's in Miami, and plus he has to sell his homes for his money. So Puffy has a lot going on. They also said that I think it was Tisha Tales. She also said that she found out that Ray J as well as Jay-Z is helping Diddy hide his assets. But the thing about it is, because if he hadn't hid his assets like years ago, when he does go to trial, the lawyer can say, hey, this man has hid his assets, and the judge can rule for them to, everything he tried to hide, they can undo everything. So this man is in a big pickle, and I understand why his mother has so much stress and has landed herself in the hospital. Okay, so Sean Diddy Combs was dropped by powerful New York City attorney, powerhouse Manhattan law firm, Grubman, Shear, Marsalis, and Sachs, okay, which represents most heavy hitters in the music industry. And so the industry has kicked a renegade rapper Sean Diddy Combs to the curb. The decision to part ways with Mr. Combs was proactively made by the partners in the firm a number of months ago, and as they felt it was the right thing to do. A spokesperson for the law firm exclusively told Page 6. But News Nation reported that Lady Gaga told the firm to either drop Combs, who is facing mounting sexual assault allegations, or she will walk away. And so it seems that Lady Gaga don't want to have nothing to do at all with P. Diddy. That she don't even want her lawyers to be associated with her, because that's association with her. And so she's like, listen, if you want to keep having me around in my business, you better drop that zero and stick with your hero. And that's exactly what happened. But Diddy hires a high-profile criminal defense attorney amid possible federal sex trafficking profile and 10 civil suits filed against him since November. Combs has hired Maurice Agnifilio, who has represented Phaedra Bro, which is people that's in business. And it was reported by the Business Insider. I probably did not pronounce these people's names right, but you get what I'm saying. So, honey, Diddy is up to here in the shits, okay? So, I don't know when this man gonna be arrested, but I know it's gonna come. We just have to be patient and wait and see. And I think he really did break down to his mother about what's going on and being honest and telling the truth. One last thing I wanted to say, that Lady Gaga and Celine are going to be in the Olympics, and she's already rehearsing for the show. And so you got to stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's all I have. That's all I got. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. And